Okay, we are in multi-sim, and we're looking at the simulation of a simple AM detector circuit. This is in the circuits that came with your text. It is titled figure 09_26.MSM, so I encourage you to run this simulation. Okay, first of all, let's see. We have an AM modulated signal here. In the previous screen, we had discussed how an AM transmitter and receiver, the basic blocks of how that works. And so what we want to do is connect channel A to the to look at the originating signal, and then channel B we want to be able to look at the recovered signal. And we're going to connect a ground in here, and this will serve as a ground for A and B. So let's turn this circuit on, look at the output, and then we will talk about it. Okay, so here's our oscilloscope. I need to turn the circuit on, and then here we have our waveforms. Now the first waveform here, this is coming from our AM signal source. This would be, in essence, the transmitted signal coming from our AM signal source. And then over here, we're looking at, in orange here, this is the recovered signal. And you can see the relationship that the recovered signal is the same shape as the outside of the AM envelope. Now let's look at what's actually happening in this circuit. First of all, we come in with our, let's see, I don't know if you can see, okay, now you can see that. We come in with our AM modulated signal. The first thing that it hits is this diode, and the diode in this case serves as rectification. And so since this is, the biasing here would be positive to negative, this would pass the positive, or the part of this wave shape that's above 0 volts. So we would essentially pass the positive half of this wave envelope. Then we would go over here, and C1 and C2 are going to act as filters. And remember that when we looked at the rectifiers with DC power supplies, we had capacitors in there that smoothed out the AC. Now the trick in setting these up is that we want to smooth out the AC in this modulate in the RF portion of this, but we do not want to do it so much that we smooth out the signal that is our recovered signal. So the time constants for the two-stage filter network must be short relative to the original modulating signal, but long relative to the high frequency carrier signal. And so that is the simulation of a simple AM detector. We have our modulated signal coming in, and we have our recovered signal coming out. And so this particular signal, we would feed it into an amplifier and to speakers, and then we would be able to listen to the voice, music, or data, or whatever that was transmitted from the AM transmitter.